Hey boys! And they say real men don't need life jackets. Look out for your mates. Look after yourself. Wear your life jacket.
Make sure you have all the safety equipment on board before you go, and make sure everyone on board knows where it is and how to use it. Life jackets are the most important piece of safety equipment on any vessel. They must be on board every boat, including tenders used for going ashore. And just like seatbelts in your car, life jackets don't work if you don't wear them. Life jackets must be approved. They must be the correct size for the person wearing them, and there must be one for each person on board. The law requires that they must be worn at all times when there's an emergency, and at other times such as when there's any heightened risk, crossing bars, rough water for the boat, non-swimmers in smaller boats, on PWCs and if alcohol's been consumed, also when being towed such as water skiing and wakeboards, or being towed in a dinghy or ski biscuit at any more than 5 knots. Also, if the skipper deems it necessary. If not being worn, life jackets must be readily accessible, and everyone on board should know how to put them on. If the boat's under 6 metres, life jackets must be worn, unless the skipper's decided the risk is very low and allows them to be taken off. When choosing a life jacket or PFD for a child, make sure it fits. Children's jackets must have a crotch strap. Adults need to be sure their life jacket's the right one for their boat and where they're going. Read the label to make sure it's suitable. It's also worth remembering that a safety harness is sometimes a good option, but only when clipped on.
Come on, boys, quick.
Yeah. Thanks, love.
Dinner's on you, Max.
No pressure, Mum.
Look after your family, look after yourself. Wear your life jacket.
All vessels need a baler or manual pump. Larger vessels should have efficient bilge pumping arrangements, and buckets as well. Small vessels need paddles or oars in case the motor fails, as well as the correct lights for your boat. All vessels need a waterproof torch or lantern in working order. Make sure the batteries are not low before you go. Carrying a spare battery is a wise precaution. If you have fuel or a cooker, always carry a fire extinguisher. A good anchor, chain, and sufficient length of warp for 3 times the depth of water you'll be fishing in is an essential part of the safety equipment on board. You need to carry the equipment that'll really ensure you can cope with any emergency for sufficient time to allow rescue. The equipment carried will depend on the size of your boat and the area where you go. A really helpful list is included in the book Safety in Small Craft. Don't forget to take water, food, and suitable clothing for the trip. What you take depends on how many are on board. Their needs relate to their age and health, the weather possibilities, how long you might be on the water if something goes wrong, the design of your boat, and how much protection it gives the people on board against the elements. Remember, it's always colder on the water and the sun can be stronger. Take sunscreen to protect everyone from sunburn. Appropriate clothes, including head coverings. Keep everyone warm and dry if you're caught out after dark or in bad weather. If you're in an open boat, be careful to store the extra clothes in a dry place or in a waterproof bag or container so they're dry when you need them. Everyone should take an extra jersey. It's always colder at sea. Take enough to eat to keep up your strength if your return's delayed. It's very easy to become dehydrated on the water. Anyone who becomes seasick will rapidly lose heat and become dehydrated. And as at home or in the car, make sure you have an up-to-date first aid kit. Be prepared for the unexpected. Keep your essential safety equipment in a floating grab bag. And make sure you know how to use it.